cannot guarantee that I'm currently in the frame. In fact, I can almost guarantee that I'm not in the frame. But I've been struggling with it for too long. So we're just going to hope that this is working. Maybe try it one more time. We're going to try it again one more time kind of mood today. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to vlogmas, ? Hi, if you're new. My name's Jessica and I live in Edinburgh and I knit and I do other things. And right now I'm doing other things. I'm on a walk. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's quite cold, but I felt I wanted to take my coat off to feel a bit of the chill, to wake me up. I've been struggling with mornings recently. Currently I'm struggling with having something in my left eye that doesn't want to come out. And so I thought that I would challenge myself to get out of the house first thing, because it always makes me feel better. And I hate that it seems so easy, the things that make us feel better, but sometimes they feel really difficult. So I'm not going to give myself a hard time about not having done it before, but I'm glad I did it today. And I've also got a very large smoothie breakfast. Because eating is also something that has been tricky in the mornings. I just don't know what I want to eat. I usually have a obsessive breakfast that I eat over and over and over again, and right now I don't have one. It used to be porridge, then it was Weetabix, I think then it was smoothie porridge again. Cinnamon Toast Crunch had a moment. I thought that my next one was going to be cinnamon raisin bagels, but alas, they are just too chewy for first thing in the morning, and I eat them slowly, and then they're not good until when I want to eat them. They get cold and gross. So I've started with something that is already cold. Maybe not the most ideal thing for a morning when it is 2 degrees outside. Centigrade, not Fahrenheit. But it's tasty and I like that. So I'm gonna go and see if this is in frame. Good morning. So something else I've been thinking about a fair bit is how I feel about documenting my life. Like how I feel about making these videos, how I feel about daily vlogging, vlogmas, and how present it makes me feel. This is a real big buzzword at the moment. Everyone wants to feel very present in their lives, which is understandable, I think. I'm someone who struggles with that. I think a lot of people do. And I enjoy making these videos. I like having some sort of intention in my day, something to do. I think a large part of what helped me get out on this walk today when I couldn't do it any other days was the thought that it's the last day of the penultimate month of the year, meaning that tomorrow's Vlogmas day 1, and I could film a video and put it out for my first day of Vlogmas tomorrow, and that motivated me to do something which is good for me and which feels good. However, I think also after having done Vlogtober, I really got into a place of just wanting to capture everything. Like I would see something beautiful and my immediate reaction would be to get my phone out and try and take a picture of it. And sometimes, yes, that's great, But like, I don't want to do that all the time. Sometimes I just want to look at things and like take it in, like take in the sunset, because I don't need a million pictures of the sunset on my phone. I need to be present. There's a sunset literally every day. There's one every day. Like every day there's one that I can watch. I don't need it to be on my phone. So that's my thinking. But also I love doing vlogmas. Like I loved doing it last year. I love this time of year. Last year I was a lot busier. This year I am a lot more freelancer in search of work, which I guess means I have more time to do this sort of thing. But also maybe what I'm doing isn't quite as interesting. I mean, I'm in a show this Christmas, so that's fun. I have, I think, like 6 show dates that I'm in over the course of December. So that is fun to watch. I'm going down to London. That'll be a fun trip. And yeah, just generally like doing nice Christmassy things. A lot of secret knitting, which doesn't make for great content because I can't show you. But yeah, I think I told myself I wasn't going to do Vlogmas after having done Vlogtober and feeling a little bit like snap happy with wanting to capture everything. But actually, I like it and it's fun. So maybe I'm going to give it a go. I don't know how interesting this is, watching you ramble about the thing that you're watching. It's a bit meta, but I think we can all relate to the feeling of capturing something on our phones or with a camera before we're actually taking it in and enjoying the moment. Like, I'm being there. Like even right now, I'm focusing more on, I don't know. I think I am taking in my surroundings, and that's great. And also, the not taking in my surroundings thing is absolutely not something that is unique to the experience of vlogging. Like, it's part of the experience of scrolling on my phone. It's part of the experiencing of getting lost in a television show and not taking in, like, even the things in my living room. I don't look at them. Like, I don't look at the stuff on the walls. I look at the screen, or I look at my book, or I look at my knitting, like what's directly in front of me most of the time. So yeah, don't know, take it all in a bit more. Although speaking of TV, I did start watching A League of Their Own last night, and I love it. Predictably, like, it's very me television. The soundtrack is great. I've been listening to it on my walk. I really want to get into swing dancing. There's a place near me that does it, but they don't start. You have to join at the beginning of a term, and the new term isn't until January. But I'm like ready to go. My body is ready to learn some swing dancing. And yeah, this TV show's helping me get there, so that should be fun. Yeah, my hand's getting a little chilly. And I think I want to go home because we've got our landlord's coming to visit. Actually, it's not our landlord, it's just like someone from the letting agency. But I just thought I'd do a bit of a tidy before that happens. So I'm going to go. I think also this idea of trying to like capture beautiful things on my phone is somehow linked to my relationship to shopping and like owning objects. That like, I recently been thinking a lot about things. Recently, as in like most of my adult life. Largely from like a place of kind of social justice and sustainability, and like wanting to kind of harm the least people possible with the choices that I make in my own day-to-day life, which I feel like should be an achievable goal, but it's really, really hard. Really very challenging in this like interconnected, codependent world that we live in. But I think that I like see a beautiful object and I want to keep it and have it, and it's in my possession and it's mine now, and then therefore I will like always have access to beauty and therefore always have access to joy through like having these pictures and having these objects. And I don't want to live like that anymore. Like, I don't want my access to pleasure and my access to joy to be like tied up in whether or not I have like a photo of a sunset on my phone, or if like I own a really nice skirt. But also I did recently buy a really nice skirt and it did bring me joy, and like I do find pleasure in it, so that's that's something I want too. And I guess it's the same with these videos. Like, I do find joy in them. I do like recording things that I do. I like making beautiful images or taking pictures of things that I think are beautiful. At the same time, I don't want immediately recording something to be my first instinct all the time. And I also don't want it to be like my only source of joy and my only source of motivation. So I want to challenge myself to do that and figure it out. I don't really have a solution. I just have a problem. But I think it's on its way to becoming less of a problem and more of a question, and then less of a question and more of a figuring out. So we'll see.